in that first practice, we explored a bit of the earth element, that sense of grounding, through the lower body, feeling a sense of the earth beneath us, but also taking a moment to feel that sense of the earth within us. So kind of building, creating, nurturing that connection between our nature inside and our nature outside. I'm trying, I'll perhaps tell you a little bit more another time about my journey with my training last week, but what I would like to sort of start to bring is talking about nature in a way that it's not separate from us, and to find ways through our practices and our language to remember that connection of our true nature, of our own nature. And so, of course, it's lovely at these turning points in the year, in the seasons, where we're exposed to so much shifting and changing. And I think these are sometimes little doorways into connecting a little deeper as we become aware of our own shifts in mood, in sensations, in thoughts. And so how timely is it recognizing these outward shifts as well as these internal shifts. So we'll do a practice now with a little bit of sort of reflection on the element of air, and very fitting for today, particularly with our strong winds in external nature. I can see outside my window at the moment, we have next door has an enormous eucalyptus tree, and wow, it's dancing a lot. So if you're able to see or hear any aspects of the wind at this moment, or even recalling, some moments in nature, in and around this time, remembering the walnut tree being shared. Yeah. Yeah. So, of course, we can just take a moment to feel the body being supported by the earth. And maybe we take a few deeper breaths here. And feeling free to close the eyes or lower the gaze. And of course, as we start to feel into these deeper breaths, we are naturally connecting with the element of air, and perhaps with all of the elements, the air is something that maybe feels, and that might not be the same for all of us, but that maybe feels more connected in some way, because of course there's air around us, and we breathe that air into our lungs. That gets exchanged for different gases. Our blood cells will take oxygen around the body, and those blood cells will collect up carbon dioxide, and then that will come out of our lungs and back into the air around us. So breathing deeply, and maybe even feeling or sensing that as we breathe deeply, how the lungs inflate. And as we release the breath, and on each out breath, just seeing if we can feel that sense of gravity and release throughout the body. And if you're able, as we're breathing deeply in these moments, of course only if it feels comfortable for you, but really feeling the movement in the body, because at this point when we're breathing deeply, we can feel the movement of the breath exaggerated in the body. So feeling the lungs, the rib cage, the back, the chest expanding, and then gently releasing on the out breath. We might feel the shoulders lift a little. Okay. So maybe so we don't overload our system, we can release those deeper breaths for the moment. And just knowing that you can return to those deeper breaths at any time. So we might now feel that we can drop the breath and drop the attention down into the belly, down into the tummy. And that the movements of the breath become much quieter in the upper body. So we might feel less movement in the shoulders, less movement in the chest, the back. And dropping our attention down into the tummy. You can sort of feel this gentle swelling. And then gentle release. And perhaps just for a few moments here, just gently resting with that gentle swelling and releasing down in the tummy. And as we rest here with the motions of the breath, we'll undoubtedly have an awareness of sounds, perhaps near or far. Mm. And we might have an awareness of other sensations in the body. And an awareness of any thoughts that drop in, any emotions that arise. And however we are feeling right now, whether it's a gentle breeze inside the body, inside the mind, or if it's stormy and blustery and the wind shaking our branches and our leaves, fruit dropping, knowing that this wind is ever moving, ever changing. And seeing if we can just have a sense of softening in the body, which and a kindness for ourselves and this moment. And it's through this that there can be an opening, a sense of allowing, a sense of accepting that in this moment, this is how it is. But how in the next moment or in some future moments, the wind will bring about a shift, a change. And just seeing if we can take a few moments just to rest in that sense of allowing and opening. Almost as if we're kind of welcoming and inviting the wind to clear out, to let go of, to release. And that sometimes this transition of clearing and releasing might take a few moments or more. But it will be worth it. Because of that clearing out, opening up to whatever might be new. That we are open to receiving. Opening a little to the mystery of that. And so here we are, moving with this ever turning wheel. And echoing that sense of, offering ourselves kindness for this move, for this shift, for this transition. And maybe placing a hand or both hands somewhere on the front of the body, maybe the heart space, or the lower ribs or the tummy. And just taking a moment to breathe into that connection, that touch of support and of kindness. Perhaps just ending with a moment of a sense that maybe next time we step out into the wind, really feeling it, allowing it to move us, allowing it to blow through us, allowing us to release, but also to receive. So, connecting once more to feeling the breath in your body, feeling that air, that wind within you. Connecting us to that air, that breath, that wind outside of us. Knowing that we are one and the same. And then together we'll notice the breath for a breath in and a breath out. And we'll bring this practice to a close. Taking your time, just feeling into the body, moving a little with the breath, with the wind, and opening the eyes whenever you feel ready. Thank you for your practice.